Yeah, g'day YouTubers, Tinker O'Toole again here with another video. Today we're going to talk about breaking a length of chain for repair or for whatever reason using the most basic or simple tools. Now I do have a pocket chain breaker here, but I will say that you have to be extremely careful with it. You have to use quite a lot of force. It's easy to damage the punches because the hardness of the chain is about 55 Rockwell, and that means that the punch has to be much harder. If the punch is too hard, it's liable to chip. It's very, very difficult to break a chain using a manual punch. And as I said, I have tried it, but yeah, a little bit difficult. Now, the easiest way to do it is that you use an angle grinder or a bench grinder and grind the rivet heads off. In that situation, you really don't need any special tools. You do need a punch. You do want a good chrome vadnium punch. So what we'll do now is grind these off. So I've marked. Now that's in between two teeth, so that's the place where I'm going to break. And we'll go over to the actual bench grinder. And what we'll do is it will proceed to grind these off, and then we'll attempt to punch them out. We'll see if we can zoom in so that you can sort of see a little bit there. Don't know whether you can see that. I'll just see if I can. It's a little bit difficult to see if I pull. See if I can make it so that you can see it. Now, don't worry about grinding into the tie strap, because the more you grind into the tie strap like that, the easier it is to pop the rivet. So we'll just go back over here. Now, it is better that you get yourself a block of metal. So we've got a little bit of railway line track here, and that will do the trick. So we'll turn it around like that. Now, I'm not going to use any special tools. I'm going to use an 8mm nut. And we'll sit the rivet over like that. We'll just see if we can zoom in. The last time I did this a while ago, somebody said, oh, yeah, I can't see what's going on. So hopefully I've eliminated that problem. So I'm just going to use a bit of a nail punch. Sorry, there we are. Now that should break pretty easily without much force. It's nearly popped off, but I just want to go on the other side a little bit. Just a little bit each side. There it is. Just fell to bits. It's that easy. There it is. That's one half. There's the other half. Pretty straightforward. Now, what we're going to do is I want to join that chain. So I want to show you how to join it as simple as what I broke it. Now, I'm just going to get a ball peen hammer. Got ourselves a little ball peen hammer. We'll just zoom back out. Joining it is pretty straightforward. So we need a master link. That's a 3/8 master link. Okay. Just make sure when you put it in, you can see the little notch is facing downwards. So there's our master link. And we'll just get the chain, make sure it's running in the same direction. So that's where we broke it, and that's where we're going to join it. So now I just put this chain like that. Put the pretty straightforward, just to do it like that. We'll just sit it down here so that you can see it. Now, what you got to do with a ball peen hammer is just tap the edges. Oh, that's what you got to avoid. Sometimes that can happen too. So, which is good because that means that you've just seen that can happen. It's probably not a bad idea that I just put my finger here. Just touch that a little bit. I want to bring it back around. Just got to be careful. I normally do put my finger there, but I didn't want to put my finger there because I wanted to so you could see. Now that's not going to come off. I'm just going to try and mushroom that over a little bit more. Sometimes that needs to be just knocked down a little bit. Okay, so that's flared out pretty good. And that's all you need to do. Now, I just spend a little bit more time flaring that over, going nice and slow. That will never come out. You can spend a bit more time. You've got to make sure that you don't hammer it too much so it's too tight. You can spend a little bit more time peening the edges over. Just take your time, don't rush it. Just don't hit it too hard. Yep, that's still loose, that's still loose. Look, I'm not going to do that anymore. You can get your fingernail under it, but I can tell you it's not going anywhere. Works quite good. So that was pretty straightforward. This is the chain breaker, pocket chain breaker, and this is a better tool, but I still prefer to grind the chain rivet off, and makes it a lot easier to break it if you grind it off. As I did say, you can use the chain breaker, you can break it. Some chains break easier than others. It depends on the mushrooming of the rivet. But I definitely find out that if you grind the heads off, it's too hard to do with a file. You either need an angle grinder. Actually, I prefer an angle grinder. I find out I've got more control over the angle grinder than the bench grinder. Don't be worried about grind the head right off and even a little bit into the tie bar or the tie strap, and you'll find out that it breaks really easy like that. Ugh. So don't be worried about grinding that off. You'll find out that it breaks. Sometimes you barely have to, you can even wiggle it by hand and it falls apart. Depends on how good you grind it. Anyway, thanks for watching. Give us a thumbs up. I actually got a comment from a user that said that it wasn't clear enough what I was doing. I'd done a video over 2 years ago nearly. So I've just updated the video. Hopefully that's clear enough and you can see everything that I was doing. Anyway, thanks for watching. Bye for now.